On August 6 to 10, 2012, our IFGF team have joined up with the World Harvest and the Calvary City Church to conduct the Africa Food and Medical Relief Program. This program has took place in 3 different remote areas: Archers Post, Isiolo, Orturod, and Kargi in northeastern Kenya. We had a total of 15 members consisted of pastors, medical doctors, and nurses. This mission has blessed Randall and Samburu people who were suffering from the drought and the famine. Our team met at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport on August 5, 2012. On Monday, August 6, 2012, we drove to Wilson Airport to fly to Archers Post in Isiolo, Kenya. When we landed at the local airstrip, we were welcomed by some traditional dancers singing the Unity song. They wanted to show us how grateful they were for receiving the food and the medical relief. There had been a long drought in the area, and the Samburu people had to travel hundreds of kilometers to bring their flock to the pastures. The families that were left behind had to survive by eating extremely little scraps of food. In this place, we have ushered few local churches, and then Pastor Peter, who is our host, brought us to an open place to witness the food delivery to the Manyatas. After we finished, we left the place and continued our journey to Kargi on northeastern Kenya and arrived in the evening. Kargi is a place with mostly desert, with very little water, supporting a population of around 20,000 Randalls. These people had to rely on rain for their source of water. On August 7th, in the morning, we left the compound for Orturod. We drove to the local schools to distribute food to the students. The food was given to the school children while our medical team opened up a camp at Orturod Center. We distribute maize and beans to families. It was enough to satisfy their needs for about 5 weeks. After we finished the distribution program, we headed back to the compound for a quick lunch together. After lunch, we traveled to Ngororoi, another remote village that was 29 kilometers away from Orturod. At Ngororoi, we distributed more food and provided medical service to the local people. Then in the afternoon, the medical team was serving people right by the school building. We also get the chance to see the children to sing a well-known local song. The scene was so beautiful. Even though their shirts were shredded, no shoes, never bathed, and some of them were not even going to school, we felt God's presence in their lives taking care of them. On that day, we ended up delivering a grand total of 180 kilograms of maize and 90 kilograms of beans to the community. On August 8th, we continued our journey to Arapal, a village which is located 29 kilometers from Orturod. We opened up our medical camp at 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. and we served around 225 patients with common illnesses. One man had to literally crawl around the scorching desert heat to reach our medical team. He suffered from tuberculosis and could not walk upright. Before we closed the medical camp, we get to meet and talk with one of the Morans and the community leaders. Afterward, we drove back to Orturod for lunch and fellowship. At 7 p.m., we went to one of the intersections in the community to hold a crusade with the local people. Since it was a total dark, we used Pastor Daniel's car headlights to light the place. Hundreds of people gathered. We sang praise and worship together in their local language without any instruments. It was an amazing experience for us. In the end of the event, we invited them to receive Jesus. We witnessed almost everyone raise their hands in acceptance of Christ. Praise God. At around 9 p.m., we get invited by our host, Pastor Daniel Kisa, to an appreciation dinner and get a chance to know everybody involved in the mission. Once we finish, we travel back to our treehouse to sleep. August 9, early in the morning, We left Altorad to go straight back to Kargi, where we plan to distribute more food and medical relief to the Randalls. Once we reached Kargi, we had breakfast with Pastor John Degwa and his family at his campsite. Afterwards, we went to set up our medical camp. The temperature was extremely hot at 40 degrees Celsius, and hundreds of mothers were in line for medical care. Later on in the afternoon, we went to Karkam, which is 30 minutes away, to deliver food to the village. During the night, we had fellowship together, and Pastor Daniel Hanafi preached about living life according to God's plan. The last day, August 10th, we delivered food relief to local schools. We invited the local school principals to come and pick up the food relief. We delivered 2.7 tons of maize and 1.6 tons of beans to the community. The school principals were very grateful for the relief. They said the situation of the people was getting worse because of the ongoing drought. In the end of the day, we returned our country safely. In conclusion, our team delivered about 2 tons of food and 760 liters of cooking oil. About 5,900 served in the food relief and 975 total patients served from the medical relief.